Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry, you can hear that in the background right now. You can hear the game. Probably should have thought that through, but it's all good. I'm Jimmy Wizenut, guys. I'm a senior designer here on H1Z1, and I'm here with Paul.
Hi there.
Paul is another game designer here on H1Z1. Today, if you're just now joining us, if you didn't hear exactly what we're going to be doing, we're going to be going over some gameplay today. I think the last time we did that was during our 12-hour live stream.
Is it? That's been a while.
Yeah, a lot's changed, so we're going to show you guys a little bit of that today. Primarily, we're going to talk about the things we've been improving on, what we're going to keep working towards, and we're going to show you guys, in particular, in depth, the crafting stuff we're working on right now. And Paul works a lot on that.
I do work a lot on that.
You want to tell them a little about what you do?
Let's see. Yeah, so the game's a lot about survival and scavenging, so a lot of the items that you find in the world will add together to other items to become something useful. On their own, they're nothing good, but
there's nothing good out there. By the way, guys, I forgot to mention, we're going to start off talking about it right now, but we'll talk about it throughout the stream. But we have this. We're going to be giving away a hat today on stream, and we have some other things that we will be giving away in future streams. We'll talk about a little bit later as well. But the moderators in chat, you can trust their links. Don't trust anyone else's links. I actually think links are banned other than with the moderators. They will post some links on how to be entered into the contest for H1Z1 swag. So make sure you guys are ready for that.
That is a nice hat.
It is a nice hat. I like it a lot. It is very nice. I've been wearing one around quite often. I'm going to jump back in game here. But this time around, guys, we are going to run around and actually try to survive, use a little bit of our melee system we've been working on. That's something that's been in progress for quite a while, like trying to tune and trying to get the concept of this kind of combo timing system we've been working on a little bit. The last time you guys saw it, there were actually, you want to show them the UI real quick? That was something that changed drastically.
Yeah,
if you actually,
I would love to show the UI.
We'll just run. I don't know what is going on in chat right now. You guys are insane. Sorry, dude. Survive, bro.
There you go.
There we go. But yeah, UI's changed a little bit. The crafting system, let's talk about it a little bit at its most core basic level. So it's, if we were talking about, is this like EverQuest crafting? Like, how would you describe this to people?
Well, it's more about living off what you find. So whenever you start the game, you won't know how to craft that many things. You'll be able to make some bandages and maybe a campfire. So what you'll need to do is figure out how to deal with the things you found. So there's this mock-up right here of the discovery. So the way that works is it's going to tell you that based on the things you have, you could figure out how to make something out of them. So as you drag those things in, it will tell you. You can figure out how to make something from the sheet of metal in the pipe. So what that makes is a ground tamper, which I'll show you in here in a minute. That's the necessary thing for building your base. So once I figured that out, you know, it shows up in here. We're playing with some fills in the background here, so you can see I have half the things needed, so that's why that's half filled. And we need to get maybe some times, you know, things shouldn't show up instantly. Otherwise, you could abuse that easily. If you could just crap out a ton of bandages and use them on the fly, that's awful, obviously.
All right, so let's do this, man. So people always see us running around with dev hacks and doing all this crazy stuff. So let's shut off the God mode. Let's go see if we can find the food and water we need. And you're actually right now at the bottom. You guys can see. That's why our camera's over here. We want to make sure you guys are able to see. Like right now, we've got mocked up for our UI. At the bottom, he's 50% hydration. There's an option to keep it up all the time. A lot of us play with, as you see right there. A lot of us play with. Once it gets below 50% or at 50%, it'll pop up and let you know that you need to worry about something there. But right now, we are running into one of our points of interest, one of our little areas.
Yeah, this is one of the bigger towns, I think.
Now, I'm going to ask this real quick. Like, with the current implementation, you've done the web and you've looked at how long it should take to craft a lot of these things. We're going to look at building today a little bit, which I know a lot of people were curious about. How long would it take? So let's say that you started. If you just had to guess, you had a really lucky streak, and you were going to start from beginning to end. Do you think you put a time on how long that would take?
To build
let's say
a basic
that, like,
building?
Yeah, just the super basic.
Well, it would take that tamper that I just discovered a minute ago. It would take quite a while to get up to that point, because what you find is the most basic ingredients, which is just scraps of metal.
Sure.
And then you got to figure out how to work those inside of melting them down in the furnace and then combining them into the sheets of metal and the pipes and all that jazz. I mean, that's the kind of thing that you're ultimately working for up to in the game. So I mean, it would take a while. Maybe not as long if you're working together with your friends and stuff.
Yeah, and that's something that we end up doing around the office quite a lot, because I mean we play the game often, but a lot of times during the play test where we just check out for bugs and play and do some combat, it's like we really have to get together to find the stuff we need or meet up with other people and try to get all the crafting stuff we need to test during the day. But once again, I mean, like the crafting of making these larger buildings or even some of the more basic stuff will take time, and you will need to gather these over a period of time. It's not like there's going to be buildings everywhere, right?
Right. No, definitely not. And the way that it works is you need some pretty flat ground to lay your foundation on anyway. So that kind of limits the areas. So there's probably going to be prime real estate next to certain areas, and
just based on the terrain kind of level and everything.
Right.
Cool.
So I found junk, but it's not food or water. I'm kind of digging through these cabinets.
What you're looking at right now, there's multiple ways that items spawn in our game. At least right now at this point. You run through, and these things that will highlight as you get super close to them are containers. Let you know that this is something that's lootable. Dude, you got to get out of here.
I know. I'm going to run out of stamina because I'm just bolting through these areas, and then I'm going to die.
All right, so what I was going to say was the containers, right? So you run up to them, and they can have things in them. You're going to check, and you'll see what it can hold and if it has anything. Things also spawn in the world as well. Like on shelves, you'll see them, on nightstands near beds, or pretty commonplace things. It's not like you're going to run outside right now and see a gun laying on the corner of the store or something. Like, they're going to be in places you would somewhat expect them. Except for the filing cabinet. Clegg!
I keep finding shirts for whatever reason.
Forest camo t-shirt, man.
What's that?
Is it scrap?
What's that?
Oh,
it's a sewing kit, dude. I didn't find any food. Well, that's alright.
Is that alright?
Yeah,
I don't think that's alright.
Because you know what you can do?
What?
Pick some berries.
You just picked up the whole bush. So that right there is obviously placeholder, but that's something we're looking at right now is environmental ways to find things outside of just walking in.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be instant either.
No, it's not going to be instant. But
because I'm like Pac-Man right now, just eating these bushes up.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, and as far as the consumption as well, you're not going to be able to instantly consume these. But right now, we're making sure that we have all the items in that we want as far as to be able to get sustenance, to eat, to drink, and we're working out from there. But so a little bit more about the crafting. We talked about the fact you can build the, what was it called again? I can't remember even what it is.
So it's just called a ground tamper right now. Basically,
tamper.
You're like tamping the ground down to make it flat so you can build something on. So there's a pretty good spot here. Nice and flat, and it's also really good because I'm between spawn areas. Like, this is pretty heavy industry straight ahead, and then there's some commercial over here. Oh my goodness. This is a terrible place to build.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's dark too.
You're gonna have to. I don't think. Can't see anything, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. And I'm out of stamina too.
That's something else we've been dialing back and forth, is the amount of stamina you take from sprinting and what affects it and how much and everything else. Paul does a lot of the body simulation stuff.
I don't have a lot of options here.
Yeah, no. You're gonna die.
Should I cheat or just go for it?
Just go for it, man. Just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're done. But anyway, so the crafting stuff outside of just the buildings we talked about with the ground tamper, building foundations and everything else. What you can get back to that location, right? Like to where you can pick up your bag.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do that. So the ground tamper. Outside of that, what other things will people be able to craft? Like, I mean, what type of items? Not necessarily specifically what, but we talking. They're going to be able to make jackets in the long run. Like, what kind of stuff?
Yeah, I had some of that. We're pretty limited on our robles right now, but it was to where you could hunt down animals and get their leather and like dry it and make some leather armor or something. And things you need to survive, like bandages and first aid kits, and
I want to point out real quick, we do start off, I think you might have mentioned it earlier, but for the people just now joining us, this is H1Z1. This is a game made by Sony Online Entertainment. Right now we are in a pre-alpha state. We'll be going to early access, and I'm Jimmy Wisnett, by the way. I'm a senior designer on the project. I typically work on combat. I kind of bounce around a lot. I talk to you fine folks. This is Paul Carrico. He's another designer on the project that works. He deals with the crafting. It's the crafting, the body simulation stuff. That's why he is joining us today. And we're going to be showing off some building if he can find his body in a second, because he had some things that we need to craft things. But anyway, I want to point out real quick while he's running back over to the bag, this right here, we're going to be giving this away. This H1Z1 hat. If you're looking forward to winning any swag from H1Z1, there's this, and also we'll talk a little bit more about what this is and how this came to be. If you can see this right here, hopefully on stream. Hopefully stream looks better than last time, by the way. We're going to be giving this away a different time, but we have a lot of different stuff. It's really cool. But in chat, the moderators will be posting a link. You must be over the age of 18 and in North America to qualify. Sorry if you're out. Who's this?
I think Shane came to save the day.
He's like, they're dying way too much.
I found my backpack. So that's what happens when you die right now, right? You leave a backpack on the ground and anyone can get it. I think I saw something about it reanimating.
Well, we're working towards, right now this is our placeholder thing, is to throw that on the ground. It's the easiest thing for us to do because that's the functionality. We want the core functionality there and we can work up from there. That's what pre-alpha is about. It's getting those functions, the basic functionality and all that stuff. Yeah, actually today we started working on systems in which the things left unclaimed will go into yourself as a zombie, and you will have to then take yourself down. Find yourself, take yourself down, and get your things back, which is actually a concept I like a lot.
I'm going to change the time of day so you can see this building happening. My goodness.
Do you only play in first, by the way?
No. I play in third whenever I need to.
Yeah.
But right now, it actually killed me earlier today because it's a little buggy. It breaks you out of what you were doing.
Okay.
So, like, if you're crouched, it makes you stand up again.
Oh, right.
And that broke my stealth earlier. Okay, so, right. Here's my tamper.
And once again, real quick, there's a lot of people just now coming in, so I want to explain kind of what's happened here. We've talked a little bit about finding the initial things. We are working with the discovery system here, and to explain the discovery system, if you click on that tab real quick, essentially you take items, if you could show somewhat of an example. I know you already have the crafting recipe, but you pop things in there, and it's going to show you from that item what you can make, and with the combination of items as well, correct?
Yeah, it's going to let you know that you could discover something with just a pipe.
Sure.
What is that? I don't know. It's I can metal bits. It's because I can melt the metal pipe back down into metal bits to rework it into something else. And then I'll let you know, you need to do this in a furnace.
So I'm going to ask real quick as well, once you learn that stays on your character?
That stays on your character. That's the progression we have on your character. It always stays with you. You never forget how to do anything.
So as you learn these recipes, guys, that will be part of your progression, and it's going to be a lot slower than what we just showed, because you find something, you need to figure out, break it down. The species you broke down, what can those things be combined with to make something else? And we're a little bit further down the tech tree right now, because we don't have the 8 hours to show you guys, or whatever it happens to be. So this is a ground tamper, which you've worked your way through.
Yeah, so I discovered that earlier, and then if I wanted to make it, I could, which I have right here. So essentially, I'm flattening the ground out to place my little settlement on.
Sure.
So that's what's going on here. You can see it's in the world. It's highlighting green, letting me know that that's a valid spot. If I try to do it over here, it'll be red. I can rotate it around and all that jazz. Oop, so
this is a pretty big foundation. Is this the only foundation size that we're going to see?
That's currently the only foundation. Yeah, we're toying with some other ideas, but this is the only one we have currently. And the other things you could discover would be all these housing items, which I've already have built. Things like structures, walls, little sheds and gates, and dew collectors. So I'll just show you real quick how that goes in. So these big foundations have little sockets on them, essentially. So as you try to place this thing in the world, it highlights red everywhere that it can't go.
Sure. It
only snaps onto the edges because of the way that this wall is set up. It only goes up on the outsides.
Okay.
Just put a couple of these down real quick.
And just as he's setting some of these things up, guys, I once again want to mention this is H1Z1. This is a game that is coming out from Sony Online Entertainment. Paul and I are both designers on the project. Today we're talking a little bit about our discovery, crafting, and building systems. We've been working in a lot of areas, and we kind of thought, like, man, these guys need to see gameplay. We've had a lot that's changed, so we want to make sure that we're able to show some of this. Because last time around, we were just showing down a shack, right?
Just that little shack, yeah. And the things that I'm doing here are pretty involved. Making what's going on here? Making these walls will require lots of scrap metal, which turns into sheets and stuff, and combined with wood. know why.
Did you break it, man?
I broke this side.
I also want to point out, guys, if you're not familiar with H1Z1, this is your first time coming in here, check out reddit.com. It's the H1Z1 subreddit. You just go to reddit.com/r/H1Z1. Us as the developers and a lot of fans of the game are in there always talking, trying to have discussions in there. We get a lot of our ideas from there. Realistically, on this project, everyone's a designer in some capacity. That includes not just the coders and everyone on our team, that also includes you guys. We're learning a lot from what you guys expect from the game and trying to develop something with you guys. And it's a lot of fun. We've already done 12-hour stream and done some stuff like that. Right now, we're in pre-alpha. We'll be going to Steam Early Access. But so not everything's going to work perfectly, but this is our concept of how we want these things to work, and a lot of it's really starting to come along. So what are you placing right here? What is this?
So I put down a gate over here so I can get in. It's locked to me currently. It knows I'm the owner.
Sure.
No one else could use that. This thing is a rain collector or dew collector. Over time, right now it's just working over time, but eventually it'll check that it's raining, and then this thing will fill up faster, and you'll be able to open it up and pull water.
I haven't even seen this yet. This is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that just went in the other day.
We have Paul here is a madman. Once again, I'm one of the, I guess, more generic designers on the project. I work a lot in combat. I bounce around other things to help out. But Paul, he disappears in the office, and suddenly there's all these crazy ideas that pop out, and we have dew collectors, which is once again formed from a lot of materials that you gather in the world. By the way, you think it's safe real quick to, are you in the middle of something right now? Can we show a tree? Because last time around we talked about how our goal is to get the things from the world and find things. So it's not just scavenging items from like trees and everything else. You also find things in stores like metal bits, or you can break things down in metal bits. Show it in third person. Right now, first person's not in just yet, but right now we have, you whiffed, you gotta get a little bit closer there.
There you go.
But yeah, something we're working on right now is in front of tree states and working on our timing for our melee system and trying to get those two to mesh well together, and that's something that you gotta get a little bit closer.
I play first person.
He almost just smacked himself right in the face with the axe.
Let me get this lined up. There we go.
You're too far. Yeah. Get right up on there, man.
I hear it. It's going.
There you go.
And I got the timing right too, right? Like I'm really going.
Yeah, there's actually a combo system that isn't like a combo like 3 hits combo, 10 points, like pops up on the side. It's you go up there and upon collision with something, so you bang, you hit it, and if you hit within the right area there, you're going to be able to attack a little bit quicker that next time around. It's going to be deeper than what we just explained. We'll talk about that on another stream because today is about crafting and building, but that hopefully will add some depth to the melee combat. We think would be a lot of fun. What would you just do? Oh, you just popping the bushes
I simulated me. Boop. Oh, boop. I got some berries.
Nice. Oh, I'm doing the push grab. Yeah, but so that's something we're working on right now, and that'll be in player versus player as well as player versus zombie. There's also a push mechanic, so we're trying to add some depth to, instead of just YOLO jousting at each other with axes or fists, you can actually try to combo it up and choose not to combo so he misses his, because if you miss that combo, you're stuck. You can't swing for a second. You have to complete the whole swing. So you will be rewarded for getting familiar with those systems and becoming good with certain speeds of weapons as a player, not as a skill system. You're not leveling up with XP. You're getting better as a player as you learn it, which is exciting. But anyway, that's combat. You'll have to like smack me in the face if I do that again. I'll start ranting about combat if we're not careful. But back to the crafting stuff here. If you're just now joining us, it's H1Z1. And it's the first gameplay stream we've done in a while. I want to once again reiterate, guys, if you want to be entered into the raffle, I guess not raffle, it's not really a raffle, it's a giveaway. The moderators in chat will be posting links throughout the stream. You just pop on there, give your information. You must be over the age of 18 or older, in North America as well. And we're going to be giving away some H1Z1 swag. So if you are trying to get in on that, pay attention to chat, and the moderators will be posting out those links. Don't click any other links, guys. You know Twitch. Just the moderators.
Yes, I had this awesome barbed wire, but yeah, this whole side doesn't work. Ignore that side. The good stuff's over here.
Ignore that side. What was it?
All right, so yeah, here's a smaller building.
So essentially, what people may be used to is like we throw up some walls on a foundation and some posts, right, and then make walls inside. What we're looking at is more of kind of claiming an area with foundation and building a compound almost is the concept behind this.
Right. Yeah, because I've put my foundation down here. The buildings that I have made socket into these areas. Sure. So there's like, I don't know, it's 9 by maybe 12 by 12 in here where you can put down different things. Mm-hmm. So I could put down the stairs or the building or the dew collector. It's limited to those things, and then the walls only go up on the sides. But things like this furnace, those are freeform right now, so I could have just placed that anywhere.
Okay. Very, very cool. So things like the furnace, once again, we have the discovery system, but it's not all about crafting in your hands. You need things like a furnace to break down certain things. You could break things down a campfire too as well, right?
Right.
So what kind of things can you throw into a campfire that won't break down but will in a furnace and vice versa?
So any kind of metal object you have, like if I found a crowbar or even this wood axe that I'm using right now, if I threw that in the furnace, see how I've got a fuel, which is the wood in here, and in fact, I'll even try it and see what happens.
Are you going to break down your pistol?
It may work right now. I've been changing the recipe, but it's in there cooking right now. There's no indication of that, but it is happening, I assure you.
Actually, we were talking about today with our UA guy. That and the reuse time. Right now, as you oh, nice.
So it melted down into metal bits, and then the
really fast, by the way.
Look how hot this fire is. It's like the pits of hell.
It's not just
here.
metal goop that you have to then turn into metal bits. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it shoots out this little pipe at the end here. See?
Oh, dude.
No.
Third person combat. We need to show it, man. Oh, just kill Tom. No, actually, don't kill Tom. Punch him. It doesn't do that much damage. Oh, that's something else we didn't show last time either. We didn't have our punch stuff in at that point in time.
Oh, you want me to go uppercut a wolf or something?
Wolf might kill you if you have fists. Who else is here? It's T-Shank and Clegg?
That's Clegg.
Clegg. Everyone say hi to Clegg in chat.
He's putting his hands up.
This is the second time that we've streamed gameplay, and the second time we've killed Clegg. Both streams.
This guy's encroaching on my territory. Yeah, so you can make these stairs and get up here and kind of set up defensible positions. We might have like hard mounts up here for things. I'm not sure what yet.
Exciting things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what else can I do? Oh, here's this thing. It's just a little shed. Boop, boop, boop.
So a lot of the stuff, you be placing containers and these sort of things and everything else, and then having to defend your turf here.
Oh, right. So let's see. Like if I have this storage container here, I think those are freeform placement right now, but I'd probably want to put it inside of somewhere.
Sure. Like
in here, and then I could keep my precious blackberries and my whatever this is. So I'm
getting murdered by a wolf right now. That's the most sad sound. I'm telling you. Like every time I'm like, no, Fluffy.
So I've got a pretty good base going on here. If I wanted to add more,
Z. Sorry.
I'm sorry. What?
Rest in peace, Franker Z. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, if I wanted to continue, like I need more walls, I need to go chop down some more trees and find more scrap metal and melt that down in my furnace.
Trees?
You want me to chop down
I love tree chopping.
I do too.
Can we show some combat in third person while chopping down trees? Is that Noah? It's one of our web guys.
Dude, it's everything, taking everything, not to punch him.
Can you? Yeah. Yeah. That's also a placeholder right now. The jump animation.
There we go. All right. Let me show this tree what's up.
Show this tree what's up. Not with a torch, with an axe.
Pop.
Get a little bit.
Pop. Pop. Look at that timing. Click. Oh, I messed up.
One thing that's rough. Like we've really been tuning like crazy on the timings for the. Yeah, no collision on the trees right now.
In progress.
In progress.
Whip. Work in progress.
The timing with the melee stuff, it also goes with the trees. But if you miss that, once again, you have to complete the full swing. If you, just miss one real quick.
I'm sorry, I'm too good.
You're too good. I can't. He does not miss. Wow. I had no idea you were that competitive. That was incredible.
There you go.
No, but like if you just don't click again, you see how he has to bring that all the way back out. That's going to apply also to player versus player combat as well as the zombies.
Yeah, so if you get your timing down right, you can definitely be way better off.
Just going to tear down this whole forest real quick. Be right back. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
You want me to show some more discovery real quick?
Yeah, do that real quick. Before we do, I want to say, guys, on Twitter, I want to jump back over here real quick. A couple things. We're going to try to answer some questions while I'm going to grab sub while you're playing and explaining things.
Yep.
But our Twitters are down below. I am at JimmyWiz. He is at PCarico. Mention one of us or both of us, whatever. Hashtag H1Z1QA. H1Z1QA. And we will... You're thinking quality assurance? Is that what you laughed? What is that?
No, Shank just killed Noah.
Nice. So, guys, tweet at us. hashtag H1Z1QA, and we will try to grab some questions from there, as many as we can. There's a lot of people watching right now, so we will try to grab some of them. Go ahead, though.
You know what's coming soon?
What's coming soon?
Right now, it's kind of janky. You can discover that you can tear up your shirt, which
that's something that, like, I figure I should know. I've torn shirts before.
I agree.
Like, just sorry.
So coming very soon, you'll be able to just like right-click salvage stuff.
Oh, right. Okay.
So you'll just right-click, tear up shirt or whatever.
Cool.
And then you'll get like I'm beat up pretty bad, so I want to make some bandages. So I tore up my shirt, which it still shows I'm wearing a shirt, but I definitely am at a disadvantage because the shirt has a couple pockets in it, and I don't have those anymore. You can see black jeans and black.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, all of our containers are, it's modular. So you pull those out, you lose the container retains the items, and bam, it's on the ground. So when you get held up, guys, just give them the whole backpack, walk away. Isn't that what they say? It's like, no matter how good you think you are, if someone holds a gun at your head, just give them everything. just do it. Or not. That also comes out to awesome Twitch and YouTube videos.
So yeah, and the bandage, that should have some kind of animation and use time. You shouldn't be able to pop that with just a right click, because that would make PvP horrible.
Yeah, we get the animation with it. You'd be bandaging yourself or be eating over time and everything else versus just popping straight on.
The bandages aren't that great. It only gave me 10%. If I was able to find some salt and water and some other things, I'd be able to make saline and combine that with the bandages and make a first aid kit, which is way better. And if we get the like bleeding effects in, the bandage would help get rid of that. Ooh, I think my water's ready.
Someone tweeted at me and apologized for killing Clegg. Apologize to Clegg for me, even though you killed Clegg. That was a very...
You apologize.
No.
Okay.
You can apologize to get back to the office.
My base. This looks so sick.
Run around and do some things.
Yeah.
Or show off the base, whatever you want to do. I'm going to check out questions real quick, guys, while he's playing for a little bit.
I'm going to try and find some stuff.
Let's see.
Like wolves.
Like wolves.
And
there are wolves everywhere right now. We were actually complaining. We think there's too many wolves. We'll see. Now, I want to point out some of you guys who may not have paid too much attention to H1Z1 may not be familiar with a couple of the, I guess what we consider some of the cooler features. Is there's a circle of life in our game, right? And AI makes a lot of decisions itself. We don't just tell them to go do something. There's many options and many ways they can react to situations. And this wolf just wants to kill Kariko here. But so a wolf wants to kill deer. It needs to eat. You found 2 crowbars? I've never seen that.
Did you see I equipped them both too?
Oh, nice. Yeah, right now our stack sizes don't work right, but this is my favorite weapon. Is it still... I think I slowed it down quite a bit. No, that's still pretty fast.
It's pretty fast. If I'm comboing.
Yeah,
if I'm whiffing in the air, it's
if you whiff, you have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
But the Circle of Life, essentially the way it works is there are victim animals in the game that run from things, and the wolves want to kill them. Zombies want to eat as well. Wolves aren't necessarily interested in eating zombies, but if they get in their territory, they're going to try to kill the zombie, and one might win, one might lose. If you run by that fight, they might decide to attack you. It's really funny to watch a wolf run away from a zombie while a player's trying to get the deer that's in front of both of them, or just the wolf. He just needs something from anything, and there's this big Congo line of death happening, and it's like, who's going to make it? Who knows?
Deers everywhere.
Deers!
I'm going to save this guy.
Well, sorry, let's find some questions while we're dealing with this here. Will the shrubs coming through the foundations go away? Yes, that's actually something, and once again, this is the concept for us. We are in a pre-alpha stage. Seeing that flora come through the bottom there will not be an issue as we move forward. Here's a good one. So this is from Christopher. This is at FullOnAHill89 on Twitter. He says, can we place stairs on the 2nd level so we can have multiple levels?
Multiple levels. We talked about multiple levels, possibly soon.
Okay. Very cool.
We'll see.
I also want to say, guys, we will be heading to Steam Early Access. We have not yet announced the exact date, but stay tuned for all that information. A couple people in here asking, how do they get this game? So we have a lot of new people tuning in, people who aren't too familiar with the title itself, so that's pretty cool. Spongy Frog asks, do you love me? Yes. Yes, I do. What's the spawn on the what's the respawn time on trees after you chop them down? From Keith. That's actually, it's not too relevant right now. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's going to be pushed.
Pushed?
Yeah.
It takes a while. Whenever you cut down the tree, it actually leaves a stump, and the stump like kind of eats away at itself over time, and then once that goes away, then there's a little wait after that, and then the tree will come back. Yeah, it takes a while. I don't think you'll see areas deforested.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's something where, and I guess by push, I meant it could be push or pulled, like as far as time-wise, either way. Right now, it's at a pretty standard state. We're going to see how it goes. But it could be a very long time or very short. What we want the goal to be is to not be able to deforest the entire game, but still make it somewhat scarce if there's a lot of players there. There needs to be a reason for players to spread out and go explore the world. That was actually a question we got a lot on here on Twitter. Once again, guys, hashtag H1Z1QA. I am at Jimmy Wiz. He is at P. Carico. There's our Twitters right there for just a moment if you want to tweet at us individually. He deals a lot with the crafting systems and the body simulations and that sort of thing. I deal a lot with the combat and bounce around. So if you have any questions for us, at Jimmy Wiz and at P. Carico, hashtag H1Z1QA. Let's see. Here's one that you may be able to shed some light on because I know it's not the way it will be later on right now, and it's how long do player play structures remain in game? I mean, obviously right now isn't a good example because we're still trying to figure out that exact one, but what do we think?
I think we've talked about destroying a structure would cost more than the structure itself, so if you really wanted to get at someone, it would also be an investment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you're about dead, dude. Need some bandages or something.
I know, I used my last one just a minute ago.
So,
and I think it would be a permission thing to get in here too. Like it wouldn't just lock.
But you can break your way in.
I think you could break your way in slowly or quickly with a lot of resource use. Like, I don't know, maybe you're out there getting tons of charcoal and fertilizer, and you're making some big explosive or something. Maybe you could blow down a wall, but
sure.
Maybe I saw suggestions about how there'd be like, you know, even though it's kind of a crude explosive, maybe there's like an arming time on it or something. Yeah, I don't know. We haven't gotten that far yet. Really.
Yeah. Correction, P. Carico apologizes to Clegg. Jimmy still hates you. Oh, man. Why not dropping... Sorry, reading through questions right now. Are you surviving over there, my friend?
Doing good. I'm trying to figure out how to make these other things. Yeah, so it's telling me there's 3 more possible recipes. The problem is I just don't have enough stuff, so I should go find it to figure out what these 3 recipes would be.
Cool, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Are there going to be consequences for players who log out to escape combat? Yes. If you're familiar with another title that we worked on, H1Z1 actually, or not H1Z1, PlanetSide 2, Paul and myself were both on that project, and that was something that we also big fans of the genre. All right, so we play a lot of these games. We know the frustration, and we had a lot of experience trying to deal with the bailers in PlanetSide 2 on jump out of a scythe in the middle of combat and everything. So we're familiar with the issue. I mean, we're very much big into PvP games and understand that.
I give myself some health so you can see what's going on.
Another question for Paul here. Will the modules be stackable on top of one another?
Yeah, I think we want to, but you can't right now. We just need to... I think we need to implement a way to limit it to 2 or so.
Sure.
If we just turn that on, you'd be able to go as high as you want.
One other quick question. If you can do this for me, because we've talked about it. So I get asked this question. So I've longtime PC gamer, FPS specifically, and every time I've done an interview with someone who I know is involved in the scene, they always ask about the FOV slider. Can we show them the FOV slider real quick? And like actually use it? Like it's gonna make some of the animators mad because we're still working on the animations right now. I mess one of them up. Go to graphics, and all the way at the bottom. And it's not a slider per se. Turn it way up, man. And I want to point out once again, you guys. So I'm an old Quake player and Counter-Strike player. So back in Quake, you could jump your FOV all the way up to like 120, right? This is a different way of reading FOV. So jump in third person and back, so it'll stick. Yeah. So yeah, this is a very different view from what you saw earlier. This is reading horizontal FOV, and we're looking at different ways to display it because there's always been this misconception in first-person games about what means what and what people want to see, whether it's vertical or horizontal. Like Quake, for example, was meant for 4x3, so it didn't matter which one you displayed as a number. So we want to make sure that we get that right. Maybe we'll just show the translation in both so people understand. But yes, there's an FOV slider. Do you know how many unique lootable items there are in game right now? If you like an estimate, like. Do you know?
There's probably.
By the way, that wolf is placeholder. We have a much different wolf coming in. Like that is one just to proof of concept, like complete placeholder. Sorry, go ahead.
There's probably 20, 30 right now, and there's more getting added all the time.
How many?
Probably 20 or 30.
Nice.
Because there's all
it's got to
kinds
be
of
more than that by now. I mean, including
Yeah.
everything comes in containers, from craftable items to all that. It's got to be much more than that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple different animals that have different loot on them. There's what, 6, 8 different shirts. There's tons of crafting stuff. Yeah, 30 plus.
Someone asked if there'd be a flashlight in early access. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say like the day that we launch it. I mean, early access is going to be a process of us getting the features ready that the community expects from us and wants to see.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, we sort of have one right now, but it's got issues, so it's just not in right now.
That's right. Very true.
I'm gonna go swimming.
Once again, guys, I want to reiterate for the new people just now coming in, we do have a giveaway. The moderators in chat only trust their links. Please do not trust other people. I'm going to jump back over this camera real quick. Do not trust other people's links right now, guys. But we're going to be giving away tonight an H1Z1 hat. These, as far as I know, will not be sold. We've never really sold clothing merchandise here at SOE. A lot of people, I remember on PlanetSide 2, were always asking for an opportunity to get their hands on the TRNC or VS shirts and all that stuff. This is a cool opportunity to get some H1Z1 stuff, and I've been wearing this, not this particular hat around, but one I have at home. And we'll be giving away some other things as well, but this is for today, is the hat. I think we have a couple of them. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. But in chat, moderators will be posting a link that you need to go to and fill out some information. You must be over the age of 18, and you must be in North America. I saw someone earlier say, your logistics can't be that bad. Surely you can get something to Europe. It's like, that's not a problem with logistics. So back to the game here for just a little bit. Once again, guys, be tweeting at myself, at JimmyWiz. This is Pete Carrico. Just ask either one of us crafting questions, but realistically, day to day, we do check our Twitters, and we do want to communicate with you guys. If you go to reddit.com/r H1Z1. God, you'd think I was new to Reddit. You can stay in touch with us, post your ideas on there, get it upvoted by other community members, and we will be looking at those and directly pulling ideas and saying, what if we did this? And trying to really get an idea of how we can work together as community and developers to make the game that everyone wants.
Did we have rain last time we played?
No, this is actually something new, and depending on what stage, like as you run around, like this particular area has been rained on a lot, but earlier during the foundation area we were at, you could see how the ground started to get glossy and light started refracting differently off of it. It's not just rain that falls from the sky and you see it, like it actually makes the ground wet. Your hands on the character will get wet, and everything else. Right now I don't think there's enough of it here. But you saw a little bit of that earlier.
And these clouds are pretty neat too. These are all...
Let's see. Will there be vehicles? Yes, there will be vehicles. Actually, right now we have a off-roader in, and we will be expanding upon that.
Should I show that? Would you like to see it?
Let's go without the dev hacks this time around. You know, once again, a lot of people are always saying, like, you guys always just play with the dev hacks. It's like, that's true, we do. So we'll show it off normal here. Maybe you'll find one, like if you can get lucky and find one.
So you can see how easy it was to find my base over here because it's just got so much lights on it.
Sure.
So I didn't set up the base very well, right? Because it's not very stealthy at all. So any other player that ran by would be able to see this and come jack my stuff.
I want to point out real quick, because I'm going to get yelled at by one of the FX artists, because we jacked up the FOV earlier. That's why that torch is offset. The flame on the torch.
I don't have a torch.
Look, there's no torch. No, I'm just kidding. You won't yell at me. It's just funny. Once again, guys, we're in a pre-alpha state right now. Be going to Steam Early Access to work with you guys and really try to build the game that we need.
I'm just cooking some wolf over
as a
here.
community.
I made steak. I threw a steak in this fire. I'm gonna eat it.
Can you burn steak yet?
No, I took that out because it's
Dude,
annoying.
come on.
It's annoying.
Come on.
If I'm over here dealing with a zombie
All right.
and my steak burns.
All right, chat. Here's what I need from you.
No, don't do that.
No.
Don't do
I want to see burnt steaks or not. I mean, come on.
Burnt steaks. We have rotten steaks too. It was like if you kept raw meat around too long, it would turn rotten. I don't know. That all seems a little too micromanagey to me.
I like it. See, this is what's great. This is actually something else that's fun. Like if you watch a 12-hour stream, you got to see a little bit of it, but everyone has plays this genre of games, and obviously plays our game, and we have a lot of discussions. Like tomorrow, we actually are doing a play test and having, I think it was a 2-3 hour meeting, just talking about state and what we want to happen directly after that play test. And there'll be a lot of arguments, like, he doesn't like the micromanaging. I do. And so we really get to see the pros and cons of everything. It's not just one sweeping, like, go this direction, this is exactly how we're going to do it. We figure that out day to day, and we consult Reddit and you guys all the time on that. So it's actually pretty exciting.
Someone stole my stuff. I had all kinds of stuff in here.
It's probably revenge from Clay.
Yes.
Let's see here. Will you be able to move structures after you place them?
No.
There you go. There you go. That was from Emil Pro Players on Twitter.
I imagine you'd have to figure out a way to destroy it.
All right,
and
so
rebuild it. Maybe. Yeah, I'll have to think about that.
Someone, I have seen 5 people ask for you to kill someone with the pistol.
I don't have a pistol.
Oh.
I melted it.
Oh, you melted the pistol. Never mind.
Sorry.
Sorry. So someone asked, has teleport system to friends if they feel... I don't know what that means. It looks like that was directly translated from Portuguese.
Is that like starting out new and you're trying to find
I think that's what he's asking. And no. we're not going to allow you to go directly like right at someone. It's something we've discussed a lot, actually. Like it regularly comes up. Can you put spikes around their base? Huh? That's what someone asked.
Yeah?
You sure can. I had one of the engineers on our team following me around because, once again, things are instant right now. So it's going to take time to place things. It's not going to be like, bang, and it's on the ground. But right now it's like, bang. So one of our engineers chased me around a building, placing spikes under my feet. It was Mitch, MMO programmer on Twitter and Reddit. So please scold him for exploiting the state of the game. Thank you. I forgot to check chat regarding the... Once again, guys, keep checking out the link from the moderators. It says giveaway link. It is a perfectly safe link. Don't trust any other links that come into chat. It is to win a H1Z1 hat. It's a giveaway. Check it out. Must be in North America. Must be over the age of 18. All right, guys, the only 2 requirements. Do go check it out. This is pretty cool. We don't typically sell merchandise here at SOE in relation to our game. So good opportunity to get your hands on an H1Z1 hat. There's some spikes. Once again, guys, a lot of this stuff is instant right now, but that's not where we're going to be. We're going to have some delays on that stuff.
Yeah, I think I actually broke these today, so it's probably not going to hurt me.
The one guy playing doesn't look like he's having fun. This is Paul's
That's
actually
just my face. I have resting bitch face. I can't help it.
Paul is actually a robot that SMED invested in circa 1997, and we've been working on it ever since, and we have yet to figure out how to give the concept of fun.
I had fun once. It was awful.
I had fun once. It was awful.
Yeah, my sticks don't work. Sorry, guys. I tried to optimize them.
So I also want to point out, guys, we will... Hold on one sec. Right here. We're not giving this away tonight, but I'm going to put it back on the main camera. Keep the tweets coming. I'm going to keep looking at those questions. But we'll be giving away something like this. This is actually laser-etched acrylic. It's pretty cool. Pretty sick. Right here, this is a dev team one. But we're going to be giving away something like this that is customized. And I think that's the way it's going to work, right? I think it's customized, and we're going to be able to put their own word on it, their own name.
What? I want that.
Thing. I know, it's pretty cool. I know, he didn't even offer us that opportunity. He just laser cut all of them and then gave them to us. It's like, oh, my name.
To be fair, he just kind of did it for us.
He did. That was really cool. It was really, really cool. So we'll be giving something like that away, and also some other really cool stuff that we'll talk about during our next stream. But stay tuned for all that fun stuff. Click that follow button.
Oh, I don't have any wood in here.
Oh, sorry. We're back to the gameplay now.
I hear a Jeep.
Someone asked if this is real life. Can you confirm?
Is this real life?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. All right.
Happy. Happy, happy. There we go. I heard a Jeep. Where'd it go? There it is.
What stops someone from just jumping in your base? Asks Caleb Udgett. Ugent.
Well, if I had enough materials, I could wall up this whole area, and no one would be able to directly get inside. You might be able to cheese it by having like a Jeep to get over the wall.
Wait, say that again?
Like if you brought a Jeep over here, you might be able to jump on top of the Jeep. I mean, off-roader.
Oh, right.
And then, yeah, that might work, actually.
Build. Dude, we need craftable ramps. I want to be able to craft a ramp to jump my car over into someone's base.
I actually have that recipe in right now. I don't have the art for it, though, yet. Yeah, it's like
That
nails and brackets and wood and stuff.
That is awesome. Still checking Twitter here, guys.
Yeah, because you want to ramp out of the base, right? Like some kind of action movie style.
No, I want to ramp
hi.
into it. Who is this? I guess they were asking about vehicles earlier.
I don't know.
I don't know. They're driving away,
It's
though.
not being friendly, though.
Here we go. So here's a straw poll someone created, by the way, it looks like.
Boop. Check it out. I got fuel down there.
These are the votes right now for burnt steak or not. Oh, yeah, we just got the fuel system and everything running up there. I think it runs out a little too quick right now. I don't know what your thoughts are on it. But
Yeah, no, it goes up crazy fast.
so far, it looks like people want to kill all the steaks and burn them.
Kill all the steaks.
Yeah, right here.
What?
Should you be able to burn steak at H1Z1? Yes, burn all the steak. Steak must die. No, if I'm dealing with zombie, burnt steak sounds far too depressing.
Why? Wait, zombie steak. Oh, if I'm dealing with something. But why?
But why?
What would you do with that? It would just be an item you delete, like, and you'd be sad. Why? Why is that?
Don't burn it. Don't burn it. Will zombies, not the reanimated player zombies, have loot on them? Yeah, actually something we want to do. It's something we're pushing for and figure out what goes on them, right? I mean, if they have a hat, you should be able to get the hat from them. Whatever they have, you should be able to get that. If a structure is destroyed to be relocated, we will not be doing that. We're not going to be able to relocate stuff, right? No.
Destroy it. Like if I wanted to move this metal shed.
Yeah.
Like
I think what he's asking is, can you break it down and get the crafting materials from it?
I think maybe at a loss. I'll have to figure out if I can do that. But maybe you can destroy this thing and get some materials back.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that sounds good. I'll look into that.
Very, very cool. What else we got here? When you respawn, will you have a map or a way to find your base? No, you start with nothing. I mean, that's just the way a fresh character works. You start with some very basic primitive materials, and
yeah. If I had this base here and I died and I respawned somewhere, I would have to figure out how to get back here, I suppose.
Sure. Will there going to be any higher caliber weapons like a sniper rifle or something? Yes. Yes, there will be. I'm just grabbing some various questions. I think we're going to start wrapping up a little bit of this. And I'll find a couple here.
I'm at the corner of South and Main. That's how you find your base. You look at the street signs.
Wouldn't permadeath be better to give it more survivor? This is permadeath. You're dead. Your character dies, you're dead, you lose your things. It's gone.
You potentially lose your things.
Well, unless you can make it back and get your stuff.
Which is unlikely in a PvP event, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there's also is a circumstance if left unclaimed, you will fight yourself as a zombie to get your things back. A lot of people asking about server rule stuff. It's something that we actually touched on. At least Smed posted on Reddit about, because it's discussion we had for quite a while on how we're going to handle rule sets, and because if there's PvE players out there, I'm a PvP guy. I want to know that because of my actions, someone is now smashing their face off their keyboard. That makes me happy. Mm-hmm. It didn't used to make Paul happy, and then he killed me after killing him, and suddenly he was happy. See, he smiled, guys. Look at that. That's awesome. The robot has learned. The robot is learning. Yeah. So anyway, the server rule sets, the way it's going to work is there's a voting system. It's very in-depth. What I would do is go to Reddit and look at John Smedley's post, J_Smedley, and J_Smedley. I think it's J Smedley on Reddit.
On Reddit?
Yeah.
Is it J_Smedley?
I think so.
Like Twitter?
I think so. Just go on there. There's a big post about it. Leave your feedback on there. We're constantly, once again, referencing our H1Z1 for material. Who is that?
I don't know.
You gotta get out there. Yeah, you gotta get the heck out of here. A lot of people also asking about improvised weapons. Yes, that's something we're working on right now. I'm actually kind of have a functioning. I've got a bow that's almost ready to be shown. It's just about there.
Yep, recipe's ready to go for that guy too.
Yeah, the bow and arrows. Bows and arrows. Will streamers that buy early access be able to stream H1Z1? Yes, you'll be able to. That was actually a statement Smed president of SOE, came out and said is, you know, look, we're not trying to hide anything from you guys. We want to be completely transparent, and you guys be able to spread the good word, have some fun, and yeah, it's a great way for us to get feedback. And like, we make these games because we like games, and we want to see how you guys are enjoying them. That's actually some of the most fun, especially coming from, you know, PlanetSide was a blast because we intend for one thing to work a certain way and it never does, and I have a feeling this game's going to be the exact same way. I mean, all these crafting things is cool, it's very rigid, but we're like, yeah, this combo system will totally work this way. Someone will find somehow to make it work for completely different.
Yep.
It'll just happen. Today, one of our engineers found out that you could stack logs and raised himself.
Oh yeah, they have a collision, so you just keep dropping logs.
Yeah, he said, who needs voxels when you have logsels?
Yeah, so we have the body sim stuff in right now, so you can see I'm below 16% on stamina. So you really slow down once you get that low.
Yeah. All right, dudes, let's do this. This has been fun, but we have some work to do. We got to run back over there. This is something, expect to be seeing us more, guys. As you can see from the last time, if maybe you didn't see the last gameplay stream, but a lot has progressed as far as the overall feel of the game. You can see the environment systems coming together. You can see the UI here, and the combat animations are much better than they were before. They were driving me insane last time. But we're starting to get together where we're feeling very comfortable about starting to let people in. So we're getting closer and closer. Exciting. I'm going to jump back over to our camera real quick, and let's dive into a couple questions from Twitter real quick, and then we'll end it on that note. Or do you want to go try to Rambo through someone real quick?
Is there anybody around anymore? Oh, I see someone over there. But that's probably Shank, being a good guy.
T-Shank is a good guy.
Oh, it's Clegg. I really want to uppercut Clegg.
Don't uppercut Clegg,
Alright,
dude.
I'm just going to drive off and let him die on his own.
That's not cool.
I'm just kidding. Get in the car. Oh, look at those shadows.
This is a great way to frame this. He did everything perfectly and used proper capitalization and even spelled my name right to ask me the release date of the game, and I feel so bad because I can't answer that question right now. When we feel that it's perfectly ready to get out there to you guys, and actually, we've got some pretty exciting stuff coming up pretty soon that, yeah, pretty quick.
Yep.
All right, let's do this. Ragdoll.
Love it.
I got addicted to fishtailing over them. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to hit that handbrake and over a big group of them. A lot of fun.
All right, like this. Oh, nope, not quite.
Fail, dude.
I know, I'm sorry.
That rain makes cars really bloomy with light.
Yeah.
It's really reflective. Like, really bloomy. All right, let's do this. Let's answer some questions real quick, Paul. Jumping back to the main camera here.
Give it to me.
Give it to you? It's done. Here we go. We're back. We're back here. Are you gonna keep playing? He can't stop.
You get this Jeep. I mean, I got 23 fuel. I want to use it all.
Can I do this? Hold on a sec. I wonder if I can do this. No, never mind. I'm not gonna do it. All right, guys, we're gonna have to wrap it up. We've got to get back to work. We have some things to take care of. I want to just plug a couple things and talk a little bit about what everyone just saw and what to expect. Once again, I am designer of the project. So is Paul here, and you can find us on Twitter. Actually, the whole team's pretty much on Twitter, and
yeah, I think
we
so.
encourage you guys to get a hold of us and ask questions, and we will respond to as much as we can. We also do announce things like the stream from our Twitter. Some pretty hilarious screenshots occasionally with some really fun bugs, like our They See Me Rolling bug this morning that I still want to find a way to post. I'm going to try to do that.
Yep.
So do check all that out. Our H1Z1 on Reddit is the subreddit. It is our official subreddit, really. I mean, it was made by you guys, and that's where we're really trying to pull everyone together, and because this is a community-focused event, and you guys have a big say in the game just like we do. Make sure you check that out. H1Z1.com actually leads directly to our Reddit, believe it or not. That will be a little bit different coming up, but a couple quick questions. Let's jump over here. This is the Twitterverse. Can you see all the way over here?
Yep.
What would the view distance be for shooting? It's a really hard question to answer because there's environmental effects that will change it, right? Like there's fog that'll be pushed in based on weather. There's rain that could just obstruct visibility. There's a lot of things there. I can't directly answer that one. I'm so sorry. Find friends in the world. See if we can find some questions we actually have a definitive answer on here. Here we go. Is it possible to take over an original building by building a gate or a door?
Yeah, that's what we did on our 12-hour stream the other day. You can build these barricades, and the barricades snap into windows and doorways of pre-existing houses. So even though you can't build the flattened ground and all that jazz because it requires too much ingredients, you can just chop down a tree and get some scrap metal and quickly make these barricades to barricade yourself in the house. And then you could put down some stick traps and other things like that to make it even safer for you to, you know, you put them on the corner and come around quick, and the zombie steps on them and dies. And
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, or an engineer chases you around, sticking them directly underneath you, trapping you in a corner with them. That's actually exciting. Another quick question, follow up to that one. I'm sure that's probably what they meant, but I want to make sure that we get this one. Is what about a house that can you go tear down the gate of the base that you just built and put my own gate on it? It's mine now.
I don't think you can tear down the. Well, eventually, I'm not sure how it'll work. Right now, I don't think the gate even has health, so I don't think you can kill it.
Well, I'll fix that when we get back. If you don't, I'll do it. Just kidding.
Yeah, I suppose you could troll a base like that. That would be hilarious.
This guy, this is really cool. He says that we should integrate IRL death to character death. No, thank you. Will there be flamethrowers? My God, you guys are crazy. All right, I think we're wrapping up. Really, a lot of these questions are the same. Like, they're asking a lot about the crafting system, which we covered earlier, and answered some questions regarding that. Actually, a lot of people are asking about desert and tundra ecosystem. We will be expanding, I can say that. So this world will continue to grow and will work into other parts of the United States. We've talked about that a lot in the past, so you will see different ecosystems or different areas. So definitely will be happening, guys. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today, and before we completely take off, once again, guys, last chance. Jump on there. The moderators are posting right now a link. It's a bit.ly link. Go click on it. It'll take you to a form, fill out some information, and we're going to pick one of you guys. One of you lucky guys is going to win H1Z1 hat. And coming up pretty soon, we're going to be one of these. Customized, laser-etched acrylic, really cool, from one of our developers. It's really, really cool stuff. So
yeah, you put some LED lights on there. And
he put LED lights on his. I was a little jelly when I saw that. A little jealous. Okay, I also want to point out, guys, we have some exciting things coming up. The 6th.
The 6th? What happens then?
Things.
Really?
Yes.
Do I know about those things?
Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned to the Twitters, the Twitterverse. At H1Z1 Game. My Twitter. His Twitter.
Maybe your Twitter.
All right, my Twitter. He doesn't like Twitter followers, apparently. He doesn't like people bugging him. He's got to work.
All I do is post pictures of my kids. So.
2 kids that wear zombie gear.
I
mean, come on now.
Yeah.
All right, am I forgetting anything? Get my back here. What am I missing anything?
There is there's some blood splatter going on here. That's pretty important.
Oh, can we show that? Actually, this is something we didn't see last time. He ran over zombies and there's blood. Sorry, I just wanted to show.
Yeah.
Peace late. I think that's a good note to end on.
Oh yeah, blood splatter.
I think so, guys. Guys, our H1Z1. Make sure you check it out. We'll be interacting daily. Do get with us on Twitter at H1Z1 Game, at Jimmy Wiz, at Pete Carrico. And find Bill Yates on Twitter. He's our art director. And just bombard him with the craziest questions you can think of. He loves that. He really likes it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you later.
Thank you.